No way. Hey guys, it's Dustin the Pro Picker here. I'm here with another thrift store video for you guys. I am at the Valley Thrift Store for 25% off day, Customer Appreciation Monday, and I'm going to tell you guys it is a big one. You're going to want to make sure to watch all of this. Make sure to stay until the end. I'm going to do a complete recap on everything that I'm going to make from this trip, and I'm going to tell you I find a lot on this visit for sure. Just pointing out a couple things that I had passed on in the past that happen to still be there. And the Memorex lens cleaner here is actually the first thing I grab. It also has a blank cassette tape there with it. So I don't know. I'll probably save the cassette tape off to the side to lot them together. But I do end up grabbing this. It ends up being 75 cents plus tax with the discount. Should sell for about $13 shipped online. And it'll ship very cheaply. So yeah, continuing to look around here, and yeah, they definitely have a lot more stuff out than they had last week when I had went. The last Monday I went, I guess a week ago, it was following a recent half off day that I also went to. And the shelves were still a little bit barren. That Clinique bag's been there a little bit now. I'll note that I've done pretty well here and at other thrift stores with Clinique. There just wasn't any real special pieces in that one, so that's why I passed on that bag. But yeah, I turned a corner here and I'm like, what? So they've reorganized the store and they're moving stuff around. So this is not where the media used to be. And immediately I notice they have these PlayStation 3 games here. So they're all marked like $5.99, $6.99, $7.99. So they're definitely on the high end of pricing here. But with the 25% off, I was able to go through them and find about 3 of them that I'm actually going to purchase today. So WWE 2K14 is a pretty decent one. And these are my listings. Guitar Hero should go for about 20. And the Metallica one. And then the Van Halen, we're looking probably around $30 shipped. So not too bad. Like, for instance, that one's like, what, $8? 25% off of that would be, so I'd be paying $6 for that. So I'm doing okay, even with covering shipping. And then he comes out to restock, and there's a bunch of sealed VHS here. So I'm going to throw the listings up on the screen for you guys so you can check them out. I mean, so $1.99, 25% off that, $1.50. A lot of them are 99 cents, so I'm paying 75 cents each. So not so bad. None of these are crazy home runs. There is an Explore Africa DVD set there, and I think it was like 75 cents. So the price points are right, and it doesn't seem like it's really worth it. But if I still make $3 or $4 off, my money, and there's super easy lists and ships, it's not that bad of a deal. We got these listed basically instantly yesterday, so not hard at all. Just take a picture of the front back. That one had a little bit of a break in the seal, but we pictured that and noted it in the description. Just super fast lists. And they will sell. So these Living Bibles, the paraphrased ones, depending on the year, can be really good. Well, not really good, but a good grind, like $20, $30 if you get the right years. And that one, though, we did have to pass on because the pages were detached from the binding. Just real quick, this is a ballpark blueprint. And since it was brand new, that's the only reason I picked it up. They had it at $5. This is Just Set Radio Future and the Sega GT that I grabbed there. I do end up putting that Gettysburg book back. However, I don't know why I was looking up in the air there for half a second. But yeah, the JSRF there, I feel like it used to be worth a little bit more. I think the solo disc without the GT's actually worth a little bit more than the combo disc. But we'll still do okay on it. I don't think we'll get a true double up, but we'll get a little bit underneath that double up amount. And yeah, I'm kind of liking the new layout here. So the aisles are still tight, but and it still gets a little cramped and crowded, but It's nice to have a little bit of open airspace near the registers. I think that's kind of nice. And they do something similar on the other side as well. This is a Sidewinder controller and not much value in these unless you're getting them really cheap. I would have bought this one at $1 or $2, but I don't know what they had it at. I forget. But it definitely wasn't in my wheelhouse at that price point. Now, this here is like kind of one of those prints I almost feel like that you could win at festival games or fair, county fair games with the cardboard backing or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I thought these were really cool. These are big box games, flight simulators. There's a guitar thing that I do put back and a clip art thing that I put back. So let me know what you guys would do. So obviously I'm picking up Flight Simulator 2000 sealed. That's an obvious pickup. And I didn't have to look that up or anything to know I was going to buy that. However, these two, the Flight Simulator 2 and the other World War II Flight Simulator, they actually didn't have the discs in them. So they had like the strategy guides, the manuals and stuff in the boxes, and they were crisp. They don't really sell for much, but I almost wanted them for myself, but I did not grab them. I mean, overall, the condition of those boxes would have looked pretty awesome on any PC big box collector's shelf. It's just not a ton of value there. I guess at the end of the day, I really am just a reseller, and I need to like check myself on that, because just because I think it looks cool doesn't mean it's worth anything. So I made a point to double back to the media since he had restocked, and these Dr. Quinn Medicine Womans aren't worth a ton. And they kind of had these priced a little bit up. Andromeda is by Gene Roddenberry. What do you guys think? I'm into space opera. I just finished Babylon 5 not too long ago, The Expanse before that. Do you think I should go with Andromeda or Farscape next after I finish Vikings? Let me know in the comments down below there. So the only one that I end up grabbing is this Dark Angel series, and it only had 2 seasons, so this makes it the complete series in 2 seasons, and it should go for like $50-$60 for both of them. So at $8 for total for both plus tax, were pretty healthy margins there, especially the fact we could send that out in media mail. And I see this as I'm walking past this aisle here, and it's Tsar Alexander Royal Ruby tea. I threw up a similar comp. So these are selling for like $17-$18, and I think they had $2.99 on it here. Again, 25% off, so $2.25. I figured I'd go ahead and do that. So I do head into the toy aisle, and I see these 2 air hogs, and you'll see the name of it in just a second. It's escaping me. Sky Crusaders, which is like an electronic plane deal, and they're actually pretty good buys here.
$25.99.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a...
Hey, go, man.
Oh, good.
Data catch.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, I'm throwing up some comps on the screen there for you guys on the air hogs. I'm not 100%. I think one of them's brand new and one of them isn't. I can't really remember, or they might both be pre-owned. I just threw like pre-owned prices down for comps on the numbers that we're going to run at the end. The Sky Crusaders is brand new though, so that's pretty awesome. And these are around $10 to $13 is what they're priced out at. So 25% off that. Definitely in my buying range on these. And I never really run into any of the big boxed air hogs like this, so it's just pretty cool to find and pretty cool to see. As you can tell, I'm making sure everything's in there, and I believe they are. I need to double check through everything now that I've got them home, of course, and make sure they're good to go, because it would be a disaster, of course, to ship something out missing a piece or something. And it was nice running into Bill there from Daddy Cats. He has a Instagram there that I left. I had to keep that very short in the footage, mainly due to the fact we were right underneath a speaker playing the radio. And here's kind of a bird's eye view of everything. I lifted up my camera just so you guys can get a little sense of the space. And here's a copy of Rock Band. I paid like $3 for it, but the disc is really clean. And I happen to have a bunch, like a huge graveyard of Rock Band stuff I need to test through right now. So I'm going to use this as a bundler. The bundle. I'm going to use it, the bundle. And I found this HP 933XL. It's a 3-pack of ink cartridges. It's actually sealed. For some reason, somebody cut at the box, didn't open it all the way. And I'll get somewhere between maybe $24 and $30 for it. They do end up taking back this Bath and Body. If the tag's been ripped off, it goes to the back and then it's on the floor the next day. I didn't really mind. It's a little Bath and Body soap holder. I usually buy them for $1 or $2 at most and flip them for like 15 bucks. I just thought these chest drawers were really weird, the cardboard ones. Not a lot of value there, just thought they were interesting. I did pick up this Brita, and they were asking $1.99 on it, so again, about $1.50, and $24 shipped. It's not terrible, and they tend to sell pretty well for me. This was only marked at 99 cents, which was crazy, and it's basically the definitive edition of Dark Side of the Moon, or whatever. Not Dark Side of the Moon, but the Transformers movie that came out relatively recently that has like 16 versions. It has like the DVD, the 3D Blu-ray, the Blu-ray. There's like 4 or 5 discs in there. They had just put out these Lennox and one Waterford, and the Lennox, like one of them was marked 99 cents, the other was marked $12.99, another Lennox was $12.99, and this one was marked $2.99. I ended up grabbing the Marquee by Waterford and the Lennox First Christmas Ornaments. So I had a feeling I need to go back over here. No way. So this is an Oya, and this console actually came out in like 2014. I never thought I'd really run into a boxed one in the wild. It's kind of weird. And essentially it's cell phone components in a very small box form factor. And the idea was it was supposed to be easy for developers to make games and get them to people. And they sold these only for like $99, but through a lot of blunders, the console ended up failing completely. However, they go, you can mod them and pack them or whatever, and they go for around $60, 50, 60 bucks. So I'll pick that up for $15. I just found it really interesting and neat to find one of those because I do this every day and you don't really see these in the wild because they weren't very commercially successful. So it's interesting for me to see, and the sell-through on these are actually pretty good if you check it out. With that, I go ahead and head on over to the register, and I think I found a ton of awesome stuff during this trip. All right, guys, so I think that was an awesome trip to Valley. It's been one of those things with them lately that I'll hit, I'll miss, I'll hit again, miss, hit. It's kind of like that with all the thrifts, honestly. I go to a lot of them on a pretty consistent and regular basis. I mean, I'm not going to show all of the footage of going in and out of thrift stores when I don't buy anything, or maybe I buy like one small item or 2 small items, but that happens a lot too. And I do want to make sure you guys know that so you don't get unrealistic expectations. This is definitely a very good trip and probably the exception and not the rule that I get this much quantity in one place. Something to mention about buying a lot of quantity is that does involve more listings, more effort, more processing, cleaning, testing. A lot of this stuff isn't testing per se, but it involves more work, more shipments, more orders to fulfill. But, you know, I mean, gotta buy the small sometimes too, right? And with that, I've got my notebook, or do I? It's all right here. Brain matter. Memorized. All right. So we ended up with a total list of, and this is all estimates, guys, list price of $706.31. So that's what everything will list for as a free shipping listing. I'm going to address that again after this. So the cost of goods sold, I paid $106.78 out the door with tax and everything at Valley Thrift on Monday. Our estimated fees on eBay will be $92.82. This is not counting any additional promoted listings that I'll probably eventually do, or any offers that I'll give to people. So I'll lose 5% here and there on some sales. Our estimated shipping will be $150. And our pre-tax net estimated will be $356.71. And I was only in the store for an hour and a half, which for Valley is not that long for how much I picked up. If you remember a couple trips back on that 25% off day, so actually the Monday before last, in that video, I was in the store for over 2 hours to accomplish what I did. So I think we did pretty well time-wise there. It's a large store and a lot of stuff packed in like that. So it can take a while to get through if you're trying to be even a little bit thorough. It is absolutely one of those stores where you can go in and you will miss something. It's not one of those stores where somebody can go in and buy everything that's good and you're up the creek. You'll fall right behind the most seasoned and experienced and knowledgeable reseller and still be able to find things, because there's just so much there that I don't think anybody can find every single thing of value in one trip. Overall, I am very happy with what I picked up. I'm really digging the new layout. I think as they flesh that out, they're able to put almost as much inventory out, it looks like, and they're able to have a little bit more open space. I get that they want to put out as much as possible because you got to maximize that square footage in any sort of retail environment, and that's just how it is. How much you're making per square foot is basically the gold standard and the measurement for any brick and mortar. So I do totally understand on packing it in like that, and it can get a little bit nerve-wracking trying to get through the aisles and navigate and everything. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I do want to mention I'm trying to keep my schedule over the holidays. I don't know. I'm debating and tossing back and forth if we're gonna go to a 3-video schedule for the rest of the year or not. For now, we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. It can be difficult because last year I didn't really have a schedule. I just uploaded a ton. I was a newer content creator then, of course. And this year we have over twice as many listings up going into the actual holiday sales season than we did last year. And last year we were shipping for like hour to 2 hours a day. And a lot of things, I'm just kind of concerned about my availability to source, to film the content, let alone edit. So we'll see. We'll play it all by ear. There's definitely going to be more picking and stuff going on here at the Pro Picker channel. So make sure to subscribe so you can see those. Like the video, turn on the bell notifications, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Pro Picker Ohio, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think the coolest thing I either bought or didn't buy at the Valley Thrift was today. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.